Okay, so according to Fortune.com, Russian forces occupied the site of Europe's largest nuclear power plant in eastern Ukraine on Friday. Ukraine said, raising the stakes in President Vladimir Putin's invasion as his forces bombarded cities across the country. The news came after Russian shelling caused a fire at a training complex in the plant. Emergency services extinguished the blaze and there were no casualties, thankfully. Ukraine told the International Atomic Energy Agency the incident had not affected essential equipment and there had been no change reported in radiation levels. Now, President Biden spoke with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy as reports emerged about the attack, and the leaders had earlier called on Russia to cease its military activities in the area, according to a White House statement. Now, earlier this morning, the president of Ukraine, President Zelenskyy, did release a statement on video going out to basically world leaders, saying that no state except Russia has ever fired upon nuclear power units. This is a huge deal. It could have been a disaster. And he's saying that Russia right now is committing nuclear blackmail. So take a listen.
Європа зараз повинна прокинутися. Горить найбільша атомна станція Європи прямо зараз.
Europe must wake up now. Europe's largest nuclear power plant is on fire. Right now, Russian tanks are firing upon nuclear units. These are tanks equipped with thermal imagers. That is, they know where they are shooting. They have been preparing for this. I appeal to all Ukrainians, to all Europeans, to all people who know the world Chernobyl. Who knows how many grief and casualties the explosion at the nuclear power plant caused. It was a global catastrophe. Hundreds of thousands of people struggled with its consequences. Tens of thousands of people were evacuated. Russia wants to do it again, and already repeats, but 6 times more. Europeans, wake up, please. Speak to your politicians. Russian troops are firing upon the nuclear power plant in Ukraine. Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, the city of Energodar. There are 6 power units. 6. 1 power unit exploded in Chernobyl. We contacted the leaders, our partners. I talked to Charles Michel, to Scholz. I talked to Duda. I talked to President Biden. We contacted International Atomic Energy Agency Director General Grossi and Prime Minister Johnson. We warn everyone. No state except Russia has ever fired upon nuclear power units. For the first time in our history, in the history of mankind, the terrorist state has resorted to nuclear terror. Russian propagandists threatened everyone. We remember to cover the world with nuclear ashes. Now it's not a threat. Now it's a reality. We do not know how the fire at the station will end. When there will or won't be an explosion, no one can predict, that's for sure. But our men have always kept the nuclear power plant safe, so that there are no provocations, so that no one can capture the station, mine it, and then blackmail the whole world with a nuclear catastrophe. The Russian military must be stopped immediately. Shout to your politicians, Ukraine has 15 nuclear units. If there is an explosion, it is end of everything, the end of Europe. This is the evacuation of Europe. Only immediate European action can stop Russian troops. Do not allow the death of Europe from the catastrophe at the nuclear power plant.
Загибелі Європи від катастрофи на атомній станції.